Asake went to her mother's farm to harvest some vegetable for dinner during the slave trade era. On arrival, 5 heavily built men captured her as they laughed amongst themselves.
Show will have some gunpowder, meal and tobacco if we sell her to the missionary.
They discussed among themselves. She wept as she remembers her ailing mother, always expecting her back home. In tears, she says a little prayer as her captive laugh and sing songs of victory. All of a sudden, the cat stops. Asake could hear screams and knives slashing around her. Her heart racing so fast, she was sure she was about to die.
Open your eyes. You're free to go.
The voice hits her eardrums as she obeys the command. Ashake's eyes fall on a charming warrior who has a smile on his face, carries her out of the cat, helping her to her feet.
Where are you from? Your people must be looking for you. Join my horse so I can take you home.
But Ashake is dumbfounded and is only able to murmur her mother's name.
Abeni, the yam seller.
Oh, I know her. I send my servants to get yams from her. She has the best yams.
The stranger rides through the forest until they arrived at her mother's place. Abeni was seated outside with tears in her eyes. When her daughter hasn't returned home at moonlight, she was scared of the unknown and kept cursing herself for sending her daughter out during a revolution. When she heard the horse approaching from the distance and the voice of her daughter, her face lit up in excitement.
Ah, thank you. May the gods bless you for me. I don't know what I would have done if they had taken her. She's my only child.
Abeni wept at the feet of the stranger.
No, Iya. I did what any gentleman from this village should have done. Those miscreants are Omwali, betraying our land for the missionary's gift. But I hope you don't mind, Iya. I would like to have your daughter as my wife. I have never met a maiden I liked, but when I saw her, I believed we were destined for one another.
Said the stranger. Abeni and her daughter Asake accepts with joy and quickly went ahead with the marriage ceremony. Months passed. Asake bought 3 sons for her knight in shiny armor. She never lacked anything as he made sure she was well taken care of. Asake was living the life of royalty. She was the envy of the villagers and a story shared amongst family. Young maidens were always hoping to experience her misfortune, to meet their knight, who would rescue and turn their lives around. But one fateful market day, Ashake went to the market with her bodyguards for shopping as usual, when a beggar approached her. In empathy, she gave some curries and some portion of her foodstuffs. The beggar thanked her and says,
For this gesture, I cannot keep this secret from you. I have something I need to share with you, but in private, away from your guards.
Ashake beckons on her guards as she takes the beggar into her coach.
I know you love your husband so much, Ashake, but you have to be careful.
Careful about what? Speak, please. Ashake was growing impatient. The beggar looks around to be sure no one is watching and replies,
Your husband is a ghost. He died many years ago. He had to return to the land of the living to create an heir. Apparently, he chose you to do so. If you don't believe me, when you get home, pour some earth soil on his bed and make sure he sleeps on it. By morning, he will be stuck and unable to move out of bed.
Immediately the beggar revealed this. It disappears into thin air. Ashake panicked, beckoned on her guards to take her home. Her memory is recapturing the information the beggar has shared with her.
No, Ade cannot be a ghost. He sleeps, eats, and party like any other human being.
She speaks to herself, then it strikes her. Ade has always said he was an orphan and was raised by a late aunt. She has never met any of Ade's family, not even during their marriage ceremony. Her heart sinks. As soon as she arrives at her hut, her legs were heavy, stunned by the new information she received at the market.
Should I ask Adi? Or should I try what the beggar says?
Her heart splits in the state of confusion.
Mama, mama, mama.
Her three sons rushes towards her in warm embrace.
Where is your father?
A house servant walked up to her.
He left this morning. He said I should give you this.
Ashake collects the bag, opened it. It was filled with cowries and a slate. The slate reads,
Thank you for being a wonderful wife and mother. One of the guards told me about your encounter with the beggar. He is my brother. Behind the house is a graveyard. I buried all that you would ever need to raise our three sons. I knew this time would come, and I'm sorry you had to find out this way. We'll always love you from the great beyond.
Ashake burst into tears.